Brace yourselves for a journey into the future of real estate. It's time to make your business unstoppable using the latest technology. PropCon is a revolutionary CRM, marketing, and listing management tool designed by estate agents for estate agents. PropCon is not just a tool, it's a game-changing force that's about to redefine how you conquer your real estate market. Excited? You should be. So let's dive in. Your PropCon profile helps you to transform the way you work and interact with your clients. It's simple to use, affordable, and most importantly, proven to deliver exceptional results. Whether you're an individual agent, part of a smaller team, or managing a larger office or franchise, PropCon is adaptable to fit different needs. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's webinar, where we are going to ignite your business and talk about 5 transformative strategies that will really help you stand out and make an impact. If you are new to these webinars, I am Leandre. I'm one of the co-founders of PropCon. And as you will see in this webinar, I'm truly passionate about helping estate agents like you reach new heights in your careers. So our agenda, we're going to start with those transformative strategies. And with each one of those strategies, I'm going to share a practical application. Know that a recording will be available afterwards because we're going to touch on quite a few things. So don't feel overwhelmed if you can't memorize everything. You will get a recording so you can go through everything again at your own pace. Then I've got 2 bonus ideas that I'm going to share. And right at the end, I'm going to be open for questions and answers. So now is the time to really talk about the first strategy in this equation. That has to do with purpose and passion. I'm starting with this one because it is truly the key in order for you to implement the other strategies. And I know these are words that you've heard before. It's not new ideas. But let's start with just what the opposite of passion is. I mean, purpose, we all know, is having a plan, having a purpose for why you wake up in the morning. But when it comes to passion, what is the opposite of passion? It's a feeling of being unemotional about something, where you are unsusceptible to any feeling, destitute, it's quite a strong word, that one, showing no emotion, and unenthusiastic. You will know in your own inner self if any of these can translate to your business and how you feel about your business. If you're feeling a little bit unemotional, uninspired, unenthusiastic. But you are not stuck there. That is what today's webinar is about. I did a quick Google search to see what is the definition of passion. And passion is a strong and barely controllable emotion. And that is what my wish is for every one of you watching this, even those watching the recording. It is that when you wake up in the morning and you think about your business and what you are about to do, you have that strong and barely controllable emotion where you can't wait to get out there and make a difference in your clients' lives. The idea of this webinar is to share ideas that will just start the spark, and as you work with it, it should really ignite new ideas in your company. And what I'm going to do to share an insight on passion and purpose is, I'm no expert in that field, but we are also fortunate to be able to read books or watch videos about other experts that talk about those topics. And I'm going to share with you only one of my favorites that I've been reading and rereading and rewatching for many years. It is Starting with Why by Simon Sinek. When you Google Start with Why, there's this video that has 11 million views of him. And it is an incredible story of how you start with why from the inner circle out. Now, if you don't have time to watch a video or read a book, then start here. Blinkers is an app that you can download where all of these informative books are broken down into smaller condensed versions. So this book of his, Start With Why, you can either read the blinks or play it, and it's 21 minutes with 3 key ideas. Some of his concepts in there is really groundbreaking. And the biggest one is that people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. It talks about us making decisions, all of our buying decisions, from an emotional place rather than a logical place. The second one is when you know your purpose, you will automatically attract the right clients. And the last one is that people are drawn to salespeople who share their own core beliefs and values. So this is really just the top 3 concepts. It's your job to go and figure out exactly what your passion and your purpose is, because it is different for each and every agent. I did some personal coaching for a few of you, and I've seen that no 2 agents are alike. It really depends on the type of industry that you work in, be it sales, rentals, or even commercial properties. And it also differs from area to area. So it's super important that you use some resources, starting with a book like this or simple Google search, to go down a rabbit hole and figure out what your passion and purpose is. What I'm going to do in these next few slides is explain to you why it is important to figure out your passion and purpose, why it is important for not just your overall joy, but for the growth of your business. As I mentioned earlier, Simon Sinek talks about the biology of our buying decisions. And this is something that he actually came across during a random dinner where he sat next to a neurosurgeon. This neurosurgeon explained to him how the human brain works, all of the compartments, and he focused on the outer layer called the neocortex and the inner layer called the limbic brain. And from that conversation, something clicked for Simon, and he developed this concept called the golden circle. So I'm going to unpack that for you and really make it visual in a few slides. And hopefully by the end of this, you will be motivated enough understanding why it is so important to figure out those passion and purpose points for you. So the first thing is, on the left-hand side, we've got the golden circle and then the human brain on the right-hand side. We start on the left with what. This is what services you offer, the actions you take, your own goals and achievements. I'm sure every one of you know what you do in real estate. So this refers to any type of sale, any type of product, what it is that you do, the outer layer. What you do, anything that you market from the place of what it is you do, speaks to a human's neocortex. This is the rational part of your brain that controls rational and analytical thoughts and language. Meaning, if you sit in front of a homeowner and you are giving him all the graphs of all the sales figure in the area, that directly speaks to his neocortex. That is where he truly understands, especially if your client is very detail orientated, they absolutely thrive on that type of information. But that type of information and the decision to appoint you as an agent is not made by the neocortex. Just information and words is not enough to cite somebody to choose you as their real estate agent. The next one is how you do what you do. So how you do fulfills your mission, and these relates to the actions you take, the business strategies that you have, the tools that you use, tools like PropCon, tools like your cell phone and your car, and all of the things that you use is how you do what you do. But the crux is that inner golden circle, the why. Your why is a thing that drives your passion, what it is that you are passionate about. And your why is interlinked with your core values, beliefs, and purpose. If you figure out your why it is that you are an estate agent, why did you choose this industry? If you get super clear on why you are doing what you're doing, then it has an effect on how you do it and what you do. But it starts from the inside out. And in his book and the video on YouTube, he does really good comparisons using Apple and the Wright brothers that figured out flight. So watch those videos to delve into details of those stories. I'm just here to connect this concept of the golden circle in with your human brain and why it is important for you to pay attention to this. So the why section speaks to your client's limbic brain. Your limbic brain is responsible for all feelings like trust and loyalty. You need to speak to that part of your client's brain in order to get them to feel as though they can trust you. Your limbic brain is also responsible for all your human behavior and your decision making. Ding, ding, ding. It comes from that emotional space. And your limbic brain has no capacity for language. It only has capacity for feeling. What does all this mean? It means when you market properties or when you market your services, if you are just focusing on what you do, your achievements, all of the bells and whistles, then you are only speaking to a person's neocortex, only giving them information. If you truly want to connect with people, you need to come from a place of why you do what you do. Bake in your beliefs, your values. Maybe even together with us at PropCon, you believe that the real estate industry in South Africa deserves a boost. It deserves better technology, it deserves upliftment, and you want to be part of that movement. You are for sure if you are watching up to this point. If you can focus on giving your clients a unique and memorable experience, if that is first and foremost in your mind, then you will not only convert more of your clients, it will pave the way for you to start generating resales and referrals out of that. Right, so let's do a quick recap. First strategy is your passion and purpose, where you should be ignited by what you do. You should know exactly what you stand for, what your beliefs are, and have that passion feel through to how you do what you do. And if you communicate that in all of your marketing material, in your body language, in everything that you say, you will start connecting with your clients in their limbic brains, in their emotional parts, and that is where they're going to make buying decisions saying, yeah, I'm going to choose Leandre because I just have a good feeling about her. Can't put my finger on it, but there's just something about her. That comes from somebody marketing themselves where they speak to their clients on an emotional level, connecting with them. Okay. Take a breather. Now we're going to move on to our second strategy. This has to do with personalized service. In this area of technology, and especially with the amount of clients that you work for, it is really important that you make every person feel like a unique individual. And even though you have systems, you want each person to feel as though they are your only client. I know it's not the easiest thing to do, but with technology, it is definitely possible. I've decided on a bit of a different approach to the demonstration side, the practical side. I know a lot of you really focus on mandates, and that could be for sales and rentals. So in today's session, I'm going to focus more on a buyer and as well as a tenant, but on a buyer's journey. If you are interested in the seller's side and how PropCon can help with that, just look for this under the training section, under the Soul Mandate Secrets and Strategies webinar, and you can find it under the help section. So just go in there, click on training, there's that full video. For today's purposes, we are going to focus on our buyer. And what I did is I pre-recorded a video that I cut into 3 sections. This is also showing you the mobile experience of using PropCon on your phone. So we're going to do a bit of a double whammy, actually a triple whammy. If you are new to PropCon or you haven't used the system at all, this will give you a taste of what PropCon can do. If you are a PropCon user, but you just haven't used it on your phone, then this will also show you all of the capabilities. If you are a PropCon user and you use it on your phone, it will give you some extra tips and ideas that you might not have thought of. In these videos as well, I had to blur out contact information because YouTube doesn't allow that to show on their site. So if you see some blur screens, just know there is some method to the madness over there. There's many ways to get a buyer into your system. In this example, we're going to pretend our buyer came from our digital business card. And on your phone, you will get a notification of the lead that came in where you go to your app. There is our new lead, Samantha Smith. All we have to do is open contact and it will go into Samantha's profile. From this overview screen, the first thing you should do as an agent is click on this cloud button to save her contact details on your phone. This will save her name, surname, email address, and telephone number as a contact. The second thing is there's other shortcut buttons to email, SMS, and WhatsApp her, but of course start with a phone call. So I just finished my conversation with Samantha, and this is what she shared. First going to say, yes, I made a phone call and I can make a note. And this note will be kept on Samantha's timeline when I view the logs. This helps me to keep track of everything that has happened to her since she was loaded. Now, during the conversation, Samantha confirmed that she is a buyer. Under type, I'm going to tag her as a buyer. And then under custom tags, I'm also going to add that she is female, 30 plus. And I can add my own keywords here as well. She's an avid cyclist. So you can add your own tags. Under additional information, it already captured that Samantha came from your lead capture page. Right at the top, I'm going to add more details. So she has 2 children in Durbanville Primary School and needs easy access to the N7. One last thing before we finish up is under address, I got her home address of a home she still needs to sell as well. She's already opted in. I'm going to save. In my phone call, I also told her I'm going to send her a link so she can complete a wish list that will match up with properties. From the wish list tab, click on Ask Your Client. There's already a pre-written script here for you that you can, of course, edit if you wanted to. I'm just going to send it as is. Click on WhatsApp and send. And when I come back to PropCon, I say, yes, I sent her that request. And now we're done with this buyer for now. So let's do a quick recap. From the app, I clicked on Open Contact to go into Samantha's profile. From her profile, I saved her contact details. I gave her a call and completed information so I can give her a personalized experience. I made notes of her needs. Tagged her as a type buyer, added in custom tags that she's an avid cyclist, so I can remember this when I have another conversation with her. I've asked her about the property that she currently lives in, if she needs to sell, and under wish list, I have sent her the request to complete a wish list. Now, the last thing I want to do is remember to follow up with this client. So the easiest way is to go to her calendar, use Quick Add, to set a touch point for yourself so that you can know you want to get feedback and you want to do it tomorrow and you save. Tomorrow I will get this reminder to remember to follow up with her if she hasn't completed her wish list yet. So now we're going to step into the shoes of Samantha. So that's the first section on a personal experience. I don't know how many of you can relate. Something I was really guilty of in my property days is I became quite desensitized to buyers because there are just so many of them. And a lot of the times you drive around with a buyer, they end up not buying. And usually what happens over a long period is you don't really treat every buyer as though they're going to buy from you because they might just not. It is a big mistake though, because you can have 10 sold mandates, but if none of them sell, then you're not going to have any sales. So it is truly important to remember that a buyer is the second half of the puzzle that you need. And it's important that you give them a unique experience. And during your conversation, you will be able to figure out if they are a hot buyer, meaning somebody that is really actively looking, where they already sold their property or their lease contract is coming really close to expiration, or if they just started looking, where you can treat them accordingly. What I wanted to really illustrate in that first section is the importance of capturing details of where your client lives, because that's an awesome thing with the buyer. Sometimes it comes with another sale of their property too. So where they live, do they need a valuation? Do they need close access to certain routes or children in a school? And even those topics where she's a cyclist. Taking note, because you are in people's houses, so you can see really personal stuff about them. And when you make notes of that, next time when I speak to Samantha and ask her something cycling related, she will really feel special and seen, because, not because I remembered, but because I took the note and I saw it when I wanted to phone her. Now we're going to get to the second video that ties up with this one. Because with personalized communication, it's not just using it by name, it's also tailoring your communication or your service to their unique needs. Leave this message inviting her to follow the link to her private profile where she can load a wish list. Let's click on that link. Over here, this landing page is uniquely made for Samantha, and it has her name on there, my company branding, and it tells her that this is a private online profile and a place to keep track of real estate requirements. She can contact you if she's in the market to buy, sell, or rent. These are little shortcut buttons to phone or email you, view your business card, and of course, this is also where your client can unsubscribe from, example, receiving SMSs or emails if they only want to get WhatsApps from you. So your client has full control over how they hear from you. Now Samantha is going to create a wish list. Clicks on this button. And every agent in PropCon's wish list looks differently. You'll see there's a popular type of property. These are all linked to listings that's currently in my system. So it kind of prompts your client to choose from those, but there is a list of all other types of properties here as well. So Samantha's looking for a house for sale, but to rent is just using those top buttons, saying next. She's looking for a home between 2.5 and 3.5 million. And then using these sliders, she can say how many bedrooms or bathrooms it has to have. Next. Do you want to choose from a list of non-negotiable requirements? If your client says yes, it gives them a list of specific requirements which will only match up with properties where these requirements are met. For this demo purposes, I'm going to pretend that Samantha isn't very picky. You've got an option between residential and commercial. So for today, we're just going to keep it vague and say no special requirements. Say next. One last thing is the region. When you click on plus, popular areas are also areas linked to listings in your PropCon system. So every agent's list will look unique. Clients can easily choose regions from here, or of course, search for any region in South Africa. Let's choose Durbanville. And one last thing is, do you want to exclude any suburbs in Durbanville? I'm going to say yes, I want to. It will give me a full list of all the suburbs. And from here, I can choose, I don't want to buy an Avalon Estate, Durbanville Meadows, Durbanville Rural, Durbell, De Monte. You can untick certain areas within this list. And then when you're done, you say next. Now, instantly, Samantha will see 3 properties that match her criteria. And she's able to click on each one to view them in more detail. Have a look at the photographs. Have a look at the location, contact details of the agent, and even a shortcut to inquire to say, to let you know that I would like to view this home. Say yes. Samantha can go back, view a second property, and also from here indicate if she wants to view this home. Number 3. So Samantha has completed her wish list. She's looked at her properties and she's indicated which homes she would like to view. What happens on your side? Good question. When you come back, what I wanted to illustrate in that is Samantha's experience, your client's unique and memorable experience. I don't know how many of you knew that every one of you as PropCon users has a different wish list where it will have those popular sections, or it will have your areas linked to properties at the forefront. So no two agents in PropCon has the exact same wish list, even though your client can choose from everything. Your client can set it up, or you can set it up for them. Another piece of good news is if you syndicate to P24 from PropCon and your leads are also imported automatically, PropCon can create wish lists automatically because it knows the parameters of those properties. That also counts for a PropCon website. So if you have P24 syndication or a PropCon website, and PropCon can pick up the details of that property, once that lead comes into your system, it will automatically create a wish list where, depending on the amount, it will add a to and a from amount, and it will create a wish list based on the property that was inquired on. That wish list can always be edited by yourself and your client. So we are working on a few cool stuff that's in the pipeline to make life a bit easier for you. All right, so let's move on to another strategy. This has to do with communication excellence. Have a way to stay in contact with your clients when the time arises. To be accessible and timeously get back to your clients. And it's very hard to do if you are relying on memory to do that. It is super hard. If you had 1 or 2 clients a day, no problem. But because of the volumes that you are working with, communication excellence without the help of a tech tool is, dare I say it, even impossible. And communication excellence also ties in with trust, with how people feel about you. If it's hard to get hold of you, it's hard to trust you. So look at this section, and this is the last section of the practical side to see how PropCon can help you nail that communication excellence. When you come back to your PropCon app, you will first of all see that Samantha updated her communication preferences. She also completed a wish list, and it will let you know if there's any inquiries, any indications from listings showing you the photograph so you know which home, and you can then decide to either open up Samantha or go to the listing. Let's go to Samantha. And this is a section where you're really going to nail your communication excellence, because as soon as she indicated which property she wants to view, phone her directly from here or use one of the WhatsApp shortcut buttons to reach out to her. You can say either you want to do it from your device, opening up in WhatsApp, or using PropCon, where you can add in a script first. Typing in our message, sending it to Samantha, and there it sends a message off right away with your digital business card and a link to unsubscribe. So yes, you sent that WhatsApp and it will be captured in the logs. We go back to Samantha, and she has confirmed a viewing appointment for tomorrow at 3 o'clock. So we just go to her calendar, we click on the plus button and set a calendar entry. Reminders, this is really where you can go the extra mile. So from reminders, you can choose how long before the viewing you want to send the reminder. I'm going to say 1 hour. And then reminders via, I'm going to send an SMS. And then it needs to go to the linked contacts. Linked team members are the agents linked to the calendar entry. Linked contacts is your clients itself. You can add a location if you wanted to. And I'm going to say update. So now tomorrow, an hour before the viewing appointment, she will get that meeting reminder. Once we view the property and none of the homes are ideally what she's looking for, that's no problem. As soon as you have a new listing, directly from the matches tab, That is where it will show all the buyers in your system that matched up with this property, where you're able to select them all and send them a WhatsApp. Once you're done, you get your pro tip where you can quickly set a reminder for 24 hours. And when the time comes, you will get your reminder that looks similar to this, where it will tell you navigate to the Matches tab to see which contacts viewed your listings, how many times, go to the property, and from the Matches tab, you can see all the buyers. Scroll to the views and see which clients viewed your listing, and their telephone numbers are right there to phone them to arrange for viewings if they did not contact you first. So I hope this video helped to show you how powerful PropCon is on your phone, where you get all of your alerts over here. All of these alerts will take you either to a property or the client itself. You even get your daily reminder that will take you to your dashboard. Your menu button gives you shortcuts to different aspects in your PropCon system. And the help section is very powerful if you get stuck or need any help, where it is keyword rich. You can type in any keyword and it will bring up all the help cards which covers that topic. So play around with it, and if you have any questions, you can send it through to support@propcon.coza. I hope you enjoyed that communication excellence part, where it is really there for you to stay in touch with your client, but mainly as an agent, when you use the app, when you get an inquiry on a property, it shows you the image of the house. Because otherwise, if it's just a bunch of numbers, you don't know which home it is. And you usually phone them and you waffle about or ask them which property it is. Having that inside info really helps. And being able to share a listing with a group of buyers, and if there's no response, see how they interacted with that listing, has also really helped me to get viewings proactively set up for that property instead of just waiting for somebody to inquire from the listing online. Linda, I loved your comment. Most agent-centered CRM system. You must have driven Lawrence nuts with all your requirements. Yes, initially it was me, and then when I left the industry, we rely on agents like you telling us what it is you need. And that's truly what we've tried to develop with PropCon, is it be an extension of you, a tool that helps you focus on the income-bearing activities and to make it user-friendly, especially on your phone. You should not be sitting in front of your computer for hours on end in a day. You should be out there networking, doing valuations and viewings. And using a tool that is mobile-friendly makes it possible for you to keep that up. Our fourth strategy is going the extra mile. Going the extra mile relates to all of those extra things that you can do to stand out and really be memorable for your clients. So in these next few slides, I'm just going to share some ideas. Some of it you might have already implemented, but some of it might be new concepts for you that you can start implementing in your business. The first one I already showed, but it's those touch point reminders. Every client in your system and every listing, even a deal, has their own calendar. So with 2 clicks, you can create a touch point reminder. Partially it is just to put it out of your mind, and the other reason is so that you can start working only off of your reminders. It will really help you to feel in control of all of the moving parts. And these reminders is something that you get on your phone. And the reminder isn't just a reminder telling you that you need to follow up. When you click on the reminder, it will take you to either the client or the listing. And when you go to the client, click on the phone and phone them or do what's necessary. So it's a reminder and a way to take action on those reminders. Going the extra mile. Second one is tasks with tick boxes. The tasks in PropCon allows you to create tasks. You will see on every contact and listing, there's this nifty little tasks button. You can create a group of tasks and say what is necessary to get or give or do. You can set a reminder on that list. So if you still need to get a copy of the house plans or a set of keys and you need to get it by next week, When you get the reminder, it will bring you to the tasks where you can see what has been done, because as soon as you tick it, it's scratched out, and what is still outstanding. So it really helps you to keep everything together if you are working with a lot of clients and listings. Where it's also handy is when you are collaborating with a fellow team member or with somebody else, a colleague, you can add them on this if both of you need to do things on a task where you know what has been done and what's still outstanding. If you haven't used tasks, just go to the PropCon help section. The help section is this question mark with a circle around it. Just search for the word task. It will bring up the help card, super short video, step-by-step video that shows you how it works. Like changing the colors, changing the layout. It is a really awesome feature. And using this will help you to go the extra mile. Now, as I mentioned, it is going the extra mile is unique to everyone. It's like your passion and purpose. What it is that you do uniquely to go the extra mile will differ from every other agent. These are more how PropCon can help you with your app to get those reminders and tasks to stay on top of all the small moving parts. Then also an idea is to leave a lasting impression. Give clients a welcome mat where it is personalized with their surname. The reason is it is something that's nice and visual. So apart from it being a nice thoughtful gift together with something else in a hamper, it is also something that they roll out right there at their front door. So when friends or family come to visit, they will see it and they might ask where they got it from, and then they can say, oh, my wonderful agent who we bought our house from. So looking for a way to give thoughtful gifts like a doormat, and even maybe like a cutting board that is branded with their name, or something that has their credentials and maybe a family photograph or something on there. The more personalized you can make it for them, the better. You might have a hamper where it is a cutting board and a welcome mat, and you use a company where you just keep on sending them new surnames. So it's not, once you figure out what the hamper could be, it's not a complicated way to copy and paste it for future clients. Getting to our last one. This is the moneymaker, the after sales support. And this is actually where PropCon was born, because 5 years into my career, seeing resales of homes that I sold to people with other agencies was just gut-wrenching. And that is where the need for a CRM system for me was born. Just something to, happy birthday, happy house anniversary, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Easter, reminding them that I am an agent. Asking them for business was the key that I needed to organically grow my company. And those same principles we've applied in PropCon, because we still grow purely from referrals. And we grow from referrals because we offer, dare I say, epic tech, and you all love to use it and you tell more people about it. So giving people really good after-sales service is crucial to start generating that. How do you do that? Generating regular resales and referrals, you need to communicate with people. So you can do that in PropCon using SMS, email, or WhatsApp. And there are scripts and templates loaded for you already. So you simply need to go and test it on your own clients, and you have the ability to load your own scripts, or from a company level, you can do that as well. Then this one is your designs. I just sent a message to all of you to remind you, we are here getting close to Easter, to remind you to send your clients a happy Easter message. There is some brand new designs loaded into PropCon. When you go to your designs, it's right over here, designs. There are 9 designs loaded for happy Easter, different looks and feels to cater for everybody. And when you click on the design, it will download it so that you can attach it or create an article from that. If all of this sounds like gibberish, in the help section, just look up the word holiday. There is a detailed help card on share a holiday celebration message to your database. So you can just have a look at this one. In this example, I use Christmas, but it is usable for any type of holiday. Using these excuses to stay in touch is golden for you to stay top of mind for your clients. And articles. Articles, if you haven't used it yet or have never heard about it, this short training will really help you. The article in PropCon is a landing page that you can create. ChatGPT is built in there, so it is really simple to write an article. You can attach images and a video. And once that article is created, you can, with the flick of a button, put that article on your digital business card, on social media platforms, and the link to that article is something that you share with your database in an email or a WhatsApp, doesn't matter. Articles are golden because it has a view and a read tracker. So you can see how many people viewed this article, how many people read it right to the bottom. And it really is a different way to package a message. Right at the bottom of all of your articles are your previous articles. So once you send an article about Happy Easter, when your clients scroll to the bottom, they can see all of your other written pieces of content. And in this training, I share articles is such a better value, return on investment for your time. Because usually what happens is you write this beautiful email, you send it in bulk, and some people read it, some people don't. But if somebody lands into your database tomorrow, they did not get the email that you sent yesterday. Where with an article, that article lives on forever. So this is also a really awesome way to start generating more business. And in this training, I shared 16 topics for articles where you literally just complete the sentence. Top reasons why people live in, and you put in your area name, and ChatGPT will write it for you. So definitely go and have a look. Now we are at this spot where we're going to do a quick recap and end off with the bonus and questions. The first one was passion and purpose. Start operating from a place of passion, have a clear purpose, and the reason is you want to start communicating with your clients on an emotional level so it's easier for them to make a decision to choose you. Second one is personalized service. And that is not just making things out to your client by name, it is also tailoring it for their own unique needs, meaning they need to create a wish list that is very specific, or you need to make notes of the things that are important to them so that you can bring it up in conversations. This relates to that message that you send them that goes to their landing page with your company branding and their name on there. Before this was available in PropCon, what I most likely assume you did is it's not packaged like this. It is maybe an email with a lot of links in there or a WhatsApp with a lot of links in there. It's much better to package it this way. One link with their details and all their listings on there. Communication excellence. That is doing what you say you're going to do, being available and contacting your clients regularly. But the way you do that is with those reminders that you set for yourself, using those shortcut buttons in PropCon. And also when you get your reminders on your app, you will see which property they are asking about or see what type of wish list they created so that you can really have a better quality conversation than start your phone call with, "Hi, it's Leandre. You inquired on one of my listings. Which one was it?" Having that inside info. Then going the extra mile is what ideas of what you can do to really stand out and be unique and memorable. That ties in with using your calendar with touch points more to remember, not to forget. Using the tasks if there's multiple things that you need to get or give so you can know what has been done and what hasn't. And thinking of ways to give a thoughtful gift to your clients when they buy from you or lease a property so that it is a marketing, something that's memorable for them and something that's special, but also an opportunity to market yourself to other friends and family that come and visit. And last but not least, the moneymaker is the after-sale support. working out a way to continuously stay in touch with your clients, sending them birthdays and house anniversary messages when you get those prompts in PropCon, using every excuse in the book to send them a holiday message, and then regularly sending them newsletters in the form of an article. So bonus strategies. These are also strategies tying in with the idea of igniting your business. So these are extra ideas for you to see if it resonates. The first one is a PropCon website. This is truly the ultimate way for you to voice your unique brand and attract the right clients. This is available for companies wanting a website or maybe a fresh new look on their website, as well as for individual agents. Even if you're working for a brand, if that brand allows you to put up your own website, PropCon can help you with that. Your website, the images you use on it, the wording, the colors, the font, everything in there emits a feeling, and it really is the ultimate way for you to capture your brand, give people a taste of what they can expect when they will be working with you. It is also something that we use for our buying decisions. If you are looking for a restaurant or a new place to stay this long weekend, you judge a place by its website. Right? If it's a rinky-dink website, you're going to expect a rinky-dink room. So your website is truly that extension of you. This is not a PropCon website sales pitch, so I'm just going to touch on a few short things if you are interested so that you know where to find more info. So I'm going to start with a short video to show you the features and show you where you can learn more. So this website, if you want to learn more, you just come to PropCon Real Estate website, and the video that I played is right over here with a list of features. And what I implore you to look at is these examples, because I think in real estate, we put a lot of thought to how we can help you all to have a different looking website. It's not a cookie cutter website where everything looks the same, different colors. Over here, you will see examples of all the PropCon websites, or a handful of them, and every one of them look different. There's no two websites that look the same. If there's one of them that really catches your eye, you can just click on it and it will open up in a new tab. So you can open up a few and look through them to see what your client's experience is like. Then there's also some custom landing pages. These are especially for lead capturing, where you can see, you can have an ebook or some guide that you load on your website, and people need to give you their contact info before they can download this. This lead goes into your CRM, and you get a notification on your app that this lead came in, so that you can exercise that communication excellence and reach out to them. There's also some really cool ways for developments, property valuations, even if you want to grow your team, or you have a free area report. These are ideas, but if you have fresh new ideas, we are also there to help you breathe life into that. So what should you do next? If you want to take the leap, you just send an email to support@propcon.coza requesting your website. Answering a few questions, I will send you a setup link. You choose what you want, and it will calculate a once-off setup fee. The setup fee is based on the amount of time it will take to set up your website once you've chosen what you want, and it's typically anything between 2,800 till about 4,500 Rand. After that setup is done, there's a monthly fee of $320, and it stays the same, doesn't matter how many agents you link to your website. And then the last one is, once your setup fee is paid, the tech team will get started on your website. The whole setup happens through WhatsApp, which really works well just to keep communication interesting and make it a nice experience for you. Continuous learning to stay cutting edge, I believe, is crucial for you to keep the pencil sharp and to never become complacent. Now, I've had this idea that's been brewing in me for a while, but before I take any action, I first want to hear from all of you if there is even a need for that. Because there's a lot of free training in PropCon on how to use the system. I regularly do these type of webinars, but I'm toying with the idea of doing a short course and seeing which topics it is that you guys really feel that you want to learn more of. So to help me find the right ones, I'm going to pop in the link to this questionnaire. I'm going to put it in the chat section, and if you are watching this recording, it will be linked below, so you can just click on this link for the Google form. Completing this questionnaire for me so I can make sure that when I put the time in to build something for you, it is really something that you need. Your insights on these questions will help me design content that aligns with your specific interests and needs. You only need to answer the questions that you feel are relevant to you. Your feedback will guide me in tailoring the coaching series, and I can't wait to go on this exciting journey and grow and learn together with you guys. So the cutoff date for completion of this is the 15th of April. And then one lucky participant will be chosen where I will do a free one-to-one strategic marketing session with you, mainly to help you with any topic in your business that you need help with, anything in PropCon that we can tie in. Maybe you need help with clarity or finding your target market or building a type of campaign. The only compulsory questions is this first one on which topic do you need help with? And I put down a list of a few, but I also put down other because maybe there's topics that I did not even think you all needed help with. And I think there was one other compulsory one. These questions, by the way, are just if you choose personal branding, what exactly is your challenges? So you can answer just those that you feel resonate with you and is relevant for you. And then the last one is, I want to understand how you want me to package the training. And I'm going to look at the majority vote. Let me know what format you want it in, and I will make some magic for you guys. And maybe there's no answers to this questionnaire, and you're like, listen, Leandra, I know what I'm doing. I don't need more help. I'm going to put in the time and effort. I want to make sure that I nail it and that it is something valuable for all of you. So please take the time if you are interested, complete that for me, and give me a few months to breathe life into that too. So I'll keep you all posted. Now it is time for our questions. Alida says, I love the fact that there are new tools so often that are practical. Yes, Alida, you've been with PropCon for many years. We are 4 years into this business. And if you've been around since the beginning, you know there's continuously new things being added to PropCon. All things just to make your life that much easier and to help you stay memorable for your clients. So stick around. We have some exciting stuff in store for the rest of the year. Paul says, I need to play with PropCon more. Did not know this. I'm glad, Paul. And these type of trainings maybe introduces you to some cool ideas as well. Karen, you said, can you add your own design on this design space? So Karen, the only reason why you would want to add your own design is if you want to insert a client's name in there. If you want that, you send the design to support@propcon.coza, and it costs 550 Rand an hour for our tech team to create that design, that beautiful picture, into HTML code. Might sound technical, but what it means is you don't just upload the picture in PropCon. When we do that, we load it in a way so that when you click on a design, it injects the property's photograph or your image or your client's name in there. If it is just an image that you want to share with your clients, then there's no need to pay PropCon anything to do that. Let me show you quickly how that works. There's two ways to attach an image in a WhatsApp message. So you can either just embed it in an email, or when you send your WhatsApp, click on the little paperclip icon and choose a photo. So you can choose your design from there. The other way is to create an article. So if you create an article for your Easter message and you loaded an Easter image in there, the link of the article creates a preview, which will be that image. So that's also another way to do that. Zake says, I have some difficulties and uncertainties with POPIA. Suppose I have contact details of a seller not contacted before. I assume I must first call him or her first. If you can't call, our SMS is allowed. Yes, Zake, you are allowed to send one digital message to somebody if it's unsolicited, meaning they did not ask to hear from you first. In PropCon, there is a POPIA report. So everybody that's opted out is in that POPIA report. Just look top left, click on reports, and that report helps you to send a once-off message via SMS, email, or WhatsApp. And after you've sent that message, you won't be able to communicate with them further through PropCon unless they opt in or you opt them in. So that makes it a little bit easier. Linda says PropCon is like the gift that keeps on giving. Thank you, Linda. Leandra, I've been using PropCon for over 2 years and attended training. This is the best ever. Always amazed how powerful PropCon is. Need to learn more. Thank you, Andre. I always get so excited before webinars like this because there's a lot of preparation that goes into this, as you might see. And I must be honest, every time before a webinar starts, I don't know if any of you love being in the spotlight or doing videos, but it's always a little bit nerve-wracking. Whenever I get nervous, I think of all of you, what my intention is, and that always just reminds me that we're all human. And I'm so glad that you are all finding this valuable because it really does fill my cup with so much joy to be able to do this for all of you. So Charmaine asks, can we do drip campaigns? It's a good question. At the moment, not. It is something that we are working on tirelessly for you to be able to build an automated campaign. Keep an eye on the what's new section because that is where everything new in PropCon is mentioned there. You will see 3 stars over here when there's something new. And because I've already clicked on it, those 3 stars disappear. So clicking on what's new, whenever you see 3 stars, click there because we don't want to bombard you with messages every time when there's something new. We want to keep that available for important things or your own follow-ups. But over here, when you scroll down, this is where you will see all the new stuff that's rolled out. And more automation tools is something that we are working on for this year. The one thing that we are really mindful of with automation is you sometimes lose the personal touch when you automate things. You want to do it in a way where your client still feels like they're speaking to a human, not a machine, but we do understand as well the need for things to be a little bit more automated. You can currently send bulk email, WhatsApp, or SMS. You can schedule email and SMS for future delivery. WhatsApp needs to be sent live. And if you currently use drip campaigns, most agents use MailChimp for that, that's where you build your drip campaign, and you can add in your MailChimp API key into PropCon, and what will happen is your contacts from PropCon will push into MailChimp. If you want to learn more about that, just look up MailChimp in the help section, full help card about that. Zex, you said how to bypass POPIA legally, for example, sending digital business cards to not opted in yet contacts. Zakes, you can send one digital message. So in that script in PropCon, the POPIA script, the link to your business card is somewhat clear under it. It's already there. Because you can send one message, you might as well make it one juicy message. And your business card is valuable because that way they can get to know you a little bit better as well. So in the help section, just look up the word POPIA. Follow that help card because in there we explained what POPIA is and how it works in PropCon, because everything built into PropCon just helps you to comply with the regulations of POPIA. Training and development is a great idea. We require continuous development. I hope this style of this training is also something different and refreshing, because I know you get bombarded with a lot of training. I hope this is just something fresh and new and not your typical training sessions. Theo, how do I paste my business logo to greeting cards? Are you talking about the click and share designs? If you are, you'll see that there is a section added in. Some of these designs now have a section. It will add in your logo when you click on it. Not all of the cards will, but most of them will add in your logo, like these as well. The reason why it's not there by default is the A4, the bigger ones, always have your logo in there. But when it comes to the smaller designs, we work with agents from almost every company in South Africa, and everybody has a different size and ratio of a logo. So if you want something bespoke, you can also let us know which designs you want your logos on. Just first click on some of them and test it, because a lot of them now have a footer at the bottom with your logo in there. But if you want your logo on a different placement, send us, for example, a screenshot of this one. Say, I want my logo top left, and it will not be 550 Rand, because it won't take a full hour to insert that. It might take about 15 minutes, so you will only be charged a portion of that 550 fee. It will be available in your system as well as everybody linked to your account, so that that design can be there. Many of our larger companies who use PropCon has a whole library of bespoke designs. It's almost like their in-house designer designs a string of things that's loaded in PropCon. And look, if I missed any question here, you can always send us an email to support@propcon.coza and we'll get back to you over there. Everyone, thank you for putting the time aside to join me live here or to even watch the recording. This has been a valuable session and I feel super energized. I hope you do too. And I hope through these strategies you've taken 1, 2, or 3 of them on board that resonate. And please use that action. Try that something new in PropCon, and just see how when you take new actions, the results will reflect that as well.